Assalamu alaikum guys. Welcome to my channel, and today in this video we will talk about one of the important topic which needs to be understand, and the topic is about data cleaning. Data cleaning is one of the important steps when it comes to the data science, data analyst, or AI as an AI engineer. You must know about how to clean the data in order to extract some meaningful information from the data. So here we will start our project. So the prerequisites are: you must be familiar with the NumPy, pandas, seaborn, and matplotlib. If not, then it's okay. You will also understand these things if you have some sort of knowledge. So first of all, try to import these libraries here, which I need it. Import pandas as PD, import numpy here, and import matplot lib dot pyplot dot pyplot as plt, and import cbond as sns. So we will run this here. After running this, we will create a variable here which will actually loads our data. So here we will create a variable and we will import our laptop data here. Now it gives you an error, I know. uh, okay, now it will be good. What's the error? YouTube code cannot be coded. Yes, if you are getting such type of error, then you will have to change the encoding to Latin. It will work, I think. Yes, it had work. Basically it's sometimes it is in UTF it this error shows. So here we have the following columns. Now before moving into the data analysis, you must be seeing that there are some columns which contain a lot of null values. So the reason for me to selecting such type of column or such type of data set is actually that this data set contains many null values, and if there is null values in a data set, then you must know how to deal with these values. Okay, so first of all, let's check the shape of the data, which means that how many we have columns and rows. So we have 5 rows and 98 columns. So here I will only solve some of the columns that are important. They that will actually on that column you will learn a way, and on that way you will also do the further columns. So in data cleaning, and data cleaning we mostly dealing with the integers. We will also dealing with the, you can say, the categorical variables. But first of all, check the null values if any, because first of all we need to remove the null values, and I think there are many null values here. So it has been clearly seen that out of, first of all, we have a null values on user rating. Okay, here. So also we will check the duplicated here, duplicated dot sum. Basically this type of data set can be seen, will be seen to you very rare, because this data set contain a lot of null values, and mostly our data set doesn't have some sort of things. Also after that, you will actually this the run a function here which is called df.describe. I think I remember, I forget about c here. So we have basically in the describe functions, I came to know that we have only three variables here. In these so describe function will actually give you the total count here, the mean, the standard deviation, the minimum number, the 25 percentile, 50 percentile, 75 percentile, and maximum number. Percentile means the certain range, certain limit. For example, if my 25 percentage is 4, then it means that 25% of data, 25% of data are less than 4, which means these values will be 3, 2, 1. It will not be 4. And 50% of data will be less than 4.3. It can be 4.1, it can be 3, it can be 2. Okay, so this is called, actually called the percentile. So let's move along. So first of all, we have a null values in rating. So let's check the rating column here, df dot rating. Now to check the rating, you will first of all click sns dot dist plot. sns dot dist plot. Dist plot means a distribution plot. We will check the distribution of user rating. With the distribution, we will also remove the outliers here, and we will also you can say clean the data here. Okay. Here we will select here user rating here. Okay, so I have selected the user rating. So it is quite, you can say, a left skewed. On the left side it is quite left skewed data. So we will also first of all you can say we will fill the null values here. So to fill the null values, first of all, we will have to check that how many values are null values we have. If our null values are more than 50%, then we will drop that column. We will not fill the null values because it will cause the biasness in our model. Biasness means that our model will predict only one value. For example, I have a column which for example, I have a column called obtain memory, in which 600 values are null, and the obtain memory has a you can say has a mean value of 3. So if I put 3, then out of 900, 600 values will be 3. So it means that every time when I train my model, my model become a biased. It will only, most of the time it will predict 3. I don't want this thing. So to avoid this situation, first of all, you will have to check what are the total shape. That's how I found out the shape. It is 984 and the user rating is 294. It's a huge difference. So we will fill these values. So what should we do? You will here we will first of all check what is the uh, wait a second, what's the name of the column? What is the mean of the okay, sorry. First of all, you will have to check the distribution here. uh, the you can say the box plot here, because we will also the check for the outliers here. So check the box plot. I think these are the outliers. So there are basically two ways to handle this situation. First, you can remove the outliers and you can fill the null values. But first of all, we'll fill the null values, then we'll remove the outliers from the data. So basically in data cleaning, I want to show you, we will do two things. We'll first of all remove the null values here, replace the null values, null values replace. And the second thing is we will remove the outliers, just remove the outliers. Okay, remove the outliers here. And the third thing we will do, we will also do here you can say remove the duplicates, remove the duplicates here. So as I don't have any duplicates, so I will not go to the duplicates here. We will just replace the null values first of all. So first of all, take the user data here, a user rating, and calculate its mean. So we will assign it a value as user mean. Okay, now we will replace it with the null values. Df user data rating dot fill na. We will use a function here, fill na. Wait a second, I think I made some sort of mistake here. Fill na, and in na we will pass the user mean here, and in that we will pass in place is equal to true. If I do not pass the in place is equal to true, it will cause the problems for me. Now if I check df dot is null dot sum. So here you see that in the user rating we will actually replace the values. Okay, now let's move towards some other thing, the other thing. The other thing is remove the outliers here. Now to remove the outliers, we will first of all check the distribution here. The distribution is not normal. I will first of all check you what is the normal distribution here. In the normal distribution we have some other formula, for the other distribution we have other formula here. So normal distribution is like this, but it doesn't look the normal distribution here. So we will use the IQR. So the IQR formula is IQR. If I check you, the IQR formula is, it stands for the interquartile range. So we will have to find some sort of limit here. upper limit and the lower limit. If a value exceeds then the upper limit, then that value be truncated. If the value exceed decreased from the lower limit, that value be decreased. How to find? I will tell you. Okay. First of all, create a function here. Remove the outliers. Remove outliers. Okay. Outliers. If I made a mistake in the spelling, then I'm sorry here. Okay. Remove the outlier. First of all, we will find q1. Q means quantile, as I told you about the quantile. So for which column we want to remove the outliers, for the user rating here. So we will check. We will actually pass a function. We will actually write a function here, the quantile here, and that quantile should be 0.25 means 25. Then we will find q3 here. Df upper rating, oh sorry, user rating, dot quantile, quantile 0.75. Then after that we will find iqr, which is another formula. You can also check that formula here. We have find the iqr. Now we will with the help of these three values, we will actually apply the upper limit here. The upper limit, which is nothing but q3 plus 1.5 multiply by IQR. It's the formula, you can check in the net. The lower limit is nothing but Q1 minus 1.5 steric IQR. IQR. Okay. Now I will create a function here. If the value I passed into my function, uh, which is nothing but the value of user rating, if the user rating value is greater than upper limit, then we will return the upper limit. We will remove, not remove the outliers, we will cap the outliers. Capping and removing are two different techniques. Okay. So uh, wo- uh, so we will here cap the outliers. I will also show you that how to remove the outliers. You will just have to change the function here. So we will cap the outliers. Basically, I forget about this, I'm sorry. Whenever your rows are less, so you can cap the outliers here. Sorry, yes, you can cap the outliers here whenever your rows are less. Elif, if text is less than lower limit, I will recommend you to cap this thing instead of removing this thing. Cap this thing because you will never lose any rows, and else you can return me a text here. Cap means, for example, if the lower limit is 5 and the upper limit is 8. For example, I got the value of 9, so it will make it 8. If I value got the value of minus 1, it will make it 5. Okay. So here we have wait a second, return, we will pass return a text here. Now I will apply this function to user rating. Now this function has been applied here. Now it will not be saved unless you will have to save it in a user rating. You will have to again write it is equal to and solve all these values into user rating. Now I will just pass that function again, and it has been clearly seen that our outliers are removed. Now do you know about box plot? If you don't know, I will understand you. I will try to give you some sort of information. This line means 25% percentile. This mean 50% of percentile. Wait a second. No, sorry, this mean minimum value, this mean the maximum value. This first line mean that start from for the that plot, that line where on which I am actually moving the mouse here. It means 25% percentile. That second line mean midpoint, and that means 75% percentile. So these are the some sort of things. It and This is actually what we do with the numerical columns. Now let's move towards the categorical columns. Categorical columns means the values that are you can say that are strings, that are not the integers. So for this I will also define some sort of function here. So first of all, take any value. uh, I will first of all check the columns here. At the end I want to say that the same you will have to do for all the numerical columns. We, or for all these numerical columns you can do. Okay. So here we will actually called we will here we will first of all check the columns here. So in the column I have USB port here. So wait a second, I will have to check it. USB port, I think it's a categorical dot is null dot sum. So there are basically 104 null values here. Now what to do with these things? The answer is very simple. You will replace with the mode of this value. So the mode should be mode of the USB here. Mode of the USB. Mode means most repeated value. You can replace it with the most repeated value. So mode will be DAV USB port dot mode here. So here we will actually, you can say df USB mode USB port uh, dot fill na. So in the fill na I will pass mode USB here, and I will also pass in place is equal to true. So it has been done. Now if I check that function again, then it has been clearly wait a second. Wait a second, I think there are some error here. Did I make some sort of mistake here? It should be done. It should be done here. It should not give me any error. Wait a second, just give me some time so that I can check. I'm not skipping any type of you can say any type of point in a video so that you can understand. So I think there is an issue with my compiler here. It must work. You can also check it on the internet here. So that was all for me from today. Today we will learn about how to deal with the values. So first of all, you will have to the uh, check the duplicates. Now what if you have to duplicate? Just you will have to check first of all duplicated dot sum. If it is 0, then it's okay. If not, then you will pass a function is drop duplicated here. And here you will pass in place is equal to true. So okay, now in short I will explain you what we have done. First of all, you will have to check for the duplicates here. Duplicates. Then after that you will have to fill the null values here. Fill the null values. I show you that how to fill the null values. Then the third thing you will do is actually remove the outliers. Outliers will be removed for the strings here, and null values will both sorry, strings nahi, integer here integers, and it can be done for the integers plus strings, and it can be done for both integer and strings. Okay, so that was me from my side. I will also share the notebook to you.